Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. So David Corn is a liberal, progressive journalist. He writes for Mother Jones. So, he's a liberal. So he wrote this article. He wrote, "Is this a police state?" And I found, it's a good article, great article, but I found it to be interesting because there are those people out there like myself who will argue this country has been sliding towards a police state for decades. For decades. If you are out there, now, understand this. I am a huge supporter of law enforcement. I have friends who are law enforcement officers, sheriffs, sheriff's deputies, state patrol. I love my friends in law enforcement, and I love those who I don't know who are in law enforcement, because I know if I'm in trouble of some sort, the first thing I'm calling is 911. Well, that's not true. I might call my friends in law enforcement first. But you get the point. But I have always been one of those people that I have not ever liked cameras. Never. I thought they were intrusive, and I thought they were not right. I have never, ever liked license plate readers. I thought they were intrusive, and I thought they were not right. I've always been against roadblocks. Been heck of a opponent of roadblocks. Roadblocks are where law enforcement will set up someplace at any time of day and just pull people over and ask for license and registration. It's not like a speed trap, right? A speed trap is something different. I'm opposed to those too. I've seen them all over. You go down Windy Hill Road, the speed limit goes from I think 55 to 35. You go through a light and it's now 35. And the police officer will sit right there in the corner. There's one down Thornton Road. You're going down Thornton Road. I think it's 55 miles per hour. Thornton Road, 278, whatever. It's a highway, basically. The lights are 2 miles apart sometimes, right? And you're going. You're flowing with the traffic. You're going. You cross over Bankhead Highway, and it drops to 45, just like that. And the state trooper will be waiting right there, 15 feet past the speed sign. Bam, just snatching people. We've always been against that. Roadblocks, talk about roadblocks, where police officers just set up and they stop cars. License and registration. What have I done, sir? Nope, not just show me your license and registration. It's a roadblock. Always been against those. Because you're assuming guilt before you're asking me for something that you shouldn't have to have. And all the law and order proponents tell me, yeah, well, they have a right to do that. And they'll tell you we're trying to catch people with warrants. Okay, that's fine. So if you don't have a warrant, let me go. Oh, Mr. Winter, your tag's expired. Mr. Winter, your license expired. You round up a whole bunch of people under the auspices of looking for warrants. We've been heading towards a police state for decades. The Patriot Act, the police state. Starting DHS, Department of Homeland Security, increasing the police state. This has been going on by both parties for decades. And for Mr. Corn, who's a brilliant writer, I may not agree with a lot of what he writes about, but for him to be a brilliant writer to all of a sudden, is this a police state? We've been in a police state. And people like me have been screaming and yelling about the police state to no avail. The Democrats fund it, the Republicans fund it, and no one says a word. We've been headed down this road for a long time. And every time we allow more and more of it to come into America, into the American populace, there's always some side that has an excuse for it. And it's going to get to a point, I played the clip of George Carlin last night, it's going to get to a point where you have no rights. And many of you might be happy with that. And depending on what party is doing it, Mr. Korn, when you talk about a police state, you had no problems with censorship by the government during COVID. That's a police state. I mean, it's really ridiculous to me how both sides think we're the moral ones. No, all of you have allowed this to go on for decades. The left screams about military equipment going to police, local police. You scream about it during an election year, and then you say nothing else. It goes away. It just goes away. The equipment is still going there. And, this is wrong. And then after the election passes, you say nothing. Then you keep funding law enforcement. It's baffling to me, my friends. This country has been headed towards this day for a very, very long time. And it's not one side. It's not conservatives. It's not Democrats. That's how they trick you. Look at what's going on right now. Look at what's going on right now. Conservatives are literally asking the question. The president, Republican president of the United States, I played a clip for you earlier of him saying, I'm troubled by him having a gun. What? What? We have 2 people dead. And the excuse is given for the first person that it's her fault was because she used her car as a weapon, even though the guy got out of the way and the kill shot came from the side of the car after he was out of danger. This guy killed on the ground while laying on his stomach with 6, 7 guys over him. And everybody says, and listen to the talking points from the right. We're in a police state right now, and we've been headed towards this police state for decades. It didn't just pop up on us. Nothing just pops up on us. It's a slow creep. Inch by inch is a cinch. Yard by yard is hard. That's what's been happening in this country, and nobody sees it because no one thinks it can get that bad. You have cameras everywhere. Your phone is a GPS system. You make a turn at a red light that's turning yellow or a yellow light that's turning red, and bam, they send you a ticket in the mail. You leave a club and there's a roadblock a block away, knowing people are leaving at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning after drinking. Pull over, sir. License and registration. What did I do wrong? Nothing. It's a roadblock. License and registration. So you're assuming I did something wrong and you're checking my paperwork. It's essentially what a roadblock is. I'm checking you for information. Because you don't have a right to drive. It's a privilege to drive. These are the semantics and the wordplay that these people use to increasingly push us towards a police state. And no one says a word. And then you write an article like, it's just happening now, Mr. Korn. No, we've been headed this way since the 70s. It's the Shelley Winter Show. We'll be right back.